Hi everyone, this is Jo Smart of Fire Angels, back again for another monthly reading for light workers. This is the reading for September. Can you believe we're already nearly in September already? That's crazy. I'm filming this on the 30th of August to post ready for you to set yourselves up for September. Bit of a recap on August. How was it for you? It was pretty busy for me, but in a good way. And, the magic was certainly there. I hope it was for you too. And in terms of the development that we looked at in week 2, I really made an effort to listen where I was going to get nudged to next and booked myself on a reflexology course, which I'm really excited about. Bit nervous as well. I started my study and who knew there was so much to feet, but I'm sure I'll be fine. And then we had week 3, which was a week to remind us to look after ourselves. So I really hope that if nothing else that you did that, because that's such an important part of what we need to do. I certainly made sure I tried to get to bed at a reasonable time and get on my exercise bike, because during that heat wave in week 2 I wasn't very good at my exercise. And then week 4, which was speak your truth. So I'd be really interested to know how that went for you. I certainly was called to speak my truth. And actually, as I'm still in week 4 of August, I want to use today to speak my truth too, and talk about some things that are going on right now. I've been connecting with the angels and with my guides for the last couple of days, thinking about this call. This morning they've been talking to me jibber jabber, and I'm saying, whoa, I've got to do this in 10 minutes, so slow down. But there's lots of really important things to say, and I think that September really needs to be a call to action for us as light workers and light warriors, because there's so much positivity around. And during the pandemic there was really amazing, wonderful stories of all the things that key workers were doing, of all the things members of the public were doing to raise money, to look after their neighbours, to look after their family, to keep their children's health and well-being sorted while they were off school. We did, as light workers, so many amazing things during the pandemic, and there was a real opportunity, and there still is a real opportunity, for a real shift in our evolution as humanity. But I'm a little bit worried, because I feel like we're being drowned out, because I'm also noticing a lot of hate being spread, whether that's individually with people we talked about last month still being cranky and coming from a place of fear in their communication and their actions, but also in terms of the world and with things like social media and what's on the news. Unfortunately, there is forces that are using our current state to spread hate and to spread division, whether that is people singling out particular races to blame for the pandemic causing division. That's the people who are spreading fake news about these people in need who are crossing the channel over to the UK and making it look like they're just money-seeking migrants, which isn't the case. They are vulnerable people that need our help. And it's people taking advantage of the protests that really could shift us, that really could make us grow as a race in terms of our embracing of our brothers and sisters from different races and different cultures, using that to spread violence and racist rhetoric. And we are at risk of being drowned out by all of that. And I was kind of reflecting and wondering why. And I had a conversation with one of my colleagues in the week, and we were key workers in the pandemic and did some amazing things, really proud of how people stepped up. But we kind of came to the conclusion that we feel quite unfulfilled. And I think that's because we're fulfilled in one area where we knew we were helping, but actually spiritually and personally, we've been unfulfilled because we haven't been able to do the things that we normally would do to lift ourselves up. So we are exhausted, and as sensitive people, we suck up all the negativity, don't we? The fear, the sadness, the anxieties, we suck that up. But we have got to top ourselves back up. We've got to get ourselves back ready again to turn the tide of hate into a tsunami of love. Because that is our job, and we have an opportunity right now. We don't have to do it on our own. Of course, we have a spiritual support group right there with us, waiting to help us and come to this call of action with us. So that's what I've set the intention for this reading today. To ask the angels what we need to do, who we need to call on in order to do our job and serve in a way that serves us. So I've gone back to Keepers of the Light. I was going to maybe go to angel prayers, but when I came in here this morning, went straight back to Keepers of the Light to remind us that we are the Keepers of the Light here on earth. But I'm also going to pull one card from Archangel Michael. This is a Doreen Virtue pack, again published by Hay House. She's not so keen on us using her cards right now, but hey. Shh. But Archangel Michael is our bodyguard, and he can help us and protect us as we go about our duty. So we must always make sure that he is part of the gang we call upon every morning and every evening to help us. So I'm going to pull one card from that pack too. So there are 4 weeks in September. I'm going to be pulling 4 cards like last time. We're straight into full moon on Wednesday, and it's full moon in Pisces. I'm a Pisces, so it's a dreamy full moon. But part of the call to action is when you do your rituals around cutting the cords of any situations that no longer serve you, let's remember the planet, let's remember Mother Earth, and let's cut the cords that are tying around Mother Earth that are no longer serving her and no longer serving us as a race. So we need to cut the cords of division and hate, not just our own cords. It's not just about us this full moon. And we really need to push the message and get people, I've had a saying go around my head all morning, and it's something my mum used to say to me when I was having a bit of a crisis of confidence when I was a kid, when I maybe didn't feel as pretty or as clever or as worthy as some of my friends. And my mum used to say to me, God doesn't make rubbish. And that is so true. We are all creations of the divine source. We are brothers and sisters connected energetically and spiritually wherever we are in the world and whatever our beliefs may be. Some of us make less loving decisions than others, but actually that's part of the process. That's part of the lessons that we need to learn as we go through our lives. So that's what we need to remember in September. We are brothers and sisters connected to each other and connected to the divine source. That is our message for September. So how do we do that? How do we get that across? Let's ask the Keepers of the Light. Okay. I hope you're comfortable because I've already done 7 minutes. I haven't even pulled a card yet. Hey, speak your truth. Okay. Week 1. Week 2. Week 3. And week 4. Let's go. Week 1's come up upside down, which means it's a screamer. The Holy Spirit. Beautiful card for week 1, given what our message is. The Holy Spirit was gave us the universal language of love. I don't know what chapter in the Bible that is, but the Holy Spirit helps us connect with our brothers and our sisters globally and speak the language of love. And by speaking the language of love, we can expect miracles. In fact, we can create miracles. So let's do that. Let's call upon the universal Holy Spirit to come down and to spread its wings and spread its love through us, throughout the globe. Our little patch, but let's think bigger than that. Let's fill our social media with love. Let's fill our communication with everybody with love. Let's, like I say, cut the cords to anything that's not serving love globally. Create the miracle and call upon the Holy Spirit to do that. Fantastic first card. Thank you, angels. Okay, week 2. We have Lord Shiva. Again, a really powerful card. We are creating miracles, which is allowing us to transcend to the next stage of our being, of our evolution. And again, let's not just think us. Let's think global. We're calling on these miracles from the Holy Spirit for global change, for global shifting in energy. like I said, to drown out the hate and spread the love instead. And allow, like I said at the beginning, we have got this really good opportunity at the moment as humanity to shift and move forward and to evolve. And we can only do that if we speak louder than the forces that work against us. So we can transcend above those forces. We can transcend above that hate. We can look from a higher perspective and spread that across the nations and across the globe. And we can call upon Lord Shiva to help us to do that, to give us the power, because we are powerful. Are you ready to be that powerful? I think you are, or you'd have switched off by now. So this is the guy we call upon in week 2. Continuing to call in the Holy Spirit, because this isn't, just a one job fix all approach. This is something that we need to commit to long term, using our spiritual support group to do that. Week 3, Bridget, she's one of my favourite. Look at that beautiful colour of that hair. Beautiful Celtic goddess. She's our goddess of home and hearth as well, but she's also the goddess that can bring inner strength. What I'm asking, what I'm calling to action is not easy, but we all have that inner strength and that inner beauty to be able to fulfill that purpose. And I say, serve in a way that serves us. I'm not asking anybody to go out and put themselves at risk or to, do something that's going to really lower your vibrations. All of the work that we do has to keep our vibrations high. And we can call upon Bridget to help us channel that inner strength that we all have to help us keep fighting the fight. Because it's not all love and flowers. I mean, it's a lot of that. But it's also, angels are warriors. We can be warriors. Week 4. Elmoira, Awakening Presence. This activity we're going to be doing is really going to connect us to the universe, to the energy of the angelic and the spirit world. And we have that presence of love. And that presence of, we're not actually going to sit back and let that happen and let hate drown us out. We will be that awakening presence in the globe right now to drown out the hate. And again, we're calling on Elmora to help us and to remind us that the universe is with us. We are not set foot on this earth alone. And this is the person we call upon in week 4. I've rushed through that, I know, but you can watch it back loads, it's fine. So, I'm really excited about those cards. They're so powerful, which is what I was really, really hoping for. And the Angelic Realm never disappoints because, like I said, we have to step back up again. Yes, we're exhausted. We are drained. So let's cut all those cords. Let's top ourselves back up again and get back out there. See what Archangel Michael has to say. Like I say, I'm only going to pull one card from Archangel Michael, and he is our bodyguard. I call upon Archangel Michael every day. I've got a big statue of him in my bedroom to protect me as I sleep, and my husband. So, he is the bodyguard the archangel that cuts the negative cords, that surrounds us in protective light, and that helps us have that discernment to know what we're comfortable with and what we're not. And if we're not, we need to stand up to it. So thank you, Archangel Michael, for telling us what we need to know for September. So Archangel Michael is actually telling us to worry not. Worry not. Don't be afraid to step up and show up, because he's with us. He's protecting us. And actually, he agrees with us that we can change, we can make a difference, and we can create an outcome that serves not only our highest good, but the highest good of everybody across the globe. And it's within our gift, within our power to shift that outcome towards one that spreads hate and division back around to one that spreads love and faith. So he hasn't really given us any advice. He's just said, no, do it. Go and do it. Do it, and there will be a favourable outcome. Not by the end of September. I mean, we have to be realistic, but let's start. Let's start moving in that direction. And like I say, and turn the tide, as I said before, from a tide of hate into a tsunami of love. That is our job. And we can do it. We absolutely can, in all of our own little ways, with all of our own special gifts, and we all have gifts. Use them. If you don't know what they are, dig deep, look within, reflect, ask for the support. You will be directed, you will be guided. Once you ask and let them in, get ready, because they have a lot to say. So I'm really chuffed to bits with that. I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling ready. I acknowledge that I've been tired and exhausted and probably let some things go. But now I can't do that anymore. And neither can you. Love and light. Love to hear your comments. And I'll catch back up with you in October when the theme will be letting it go. Take care.